Let's get right into it. Stress is like a magician. It pulls bizarre tricks on your mind that you never signed up for. You think you're in control, but suddenly you're blanking on your own name, zoning out at the worst moment, or convinced that a typo in an email will end your career. The truth is, your brain has a toolbox of weird reactions to pressure. Most of them made sense in the wild, but now they just make us wonder if our brains are working for us or against us. Let's explore the weirdest ways your brain flips out under stress and what you can do about it. Number 7. Brain freeze, the sudden shutdown. Picture this. You're about to introduce yourself in a room full of strangers, or you're asked a basic question in a meeting and your mind goes completely blank. You know your own phone number, but now? Nothing. This brain freeze is your nervous system's version of hitting pause. Under stress, your brain pulls resources away from memory and higher thinking and reroutes them for immediate survival because, hey, maybe that pop quiz is a saber-toothed tiger in disguise. This makes you forget what you absolutely know by heart. If you ever go blank in the spotlight, give yourself a break. Your brain is just trying to keep you safe from an imaginary emergency. Number 6. Tunnel vision, missing the big picture. When you're stressed, it's like your vision narrows literally and metaphorically. You fixate on a single detail, a word in a text, a look from your boss, a bill on the table. This tunnel vision is an evolutionary leftover meant to keep our ancestors laser-focused on threats. The catch? When you obsess over the small stuff, you miss obvious solutions or the larger context. It's why arguments can spiral over the tiniest issue and why you sometimes walk past the thing you're looking for. Next time you're locked onto a problem, take a step back. Sometimes you have to widen your gaze to find the answer. Number 5. Catastrophizing, when stress turns ants into elephants. Ever had one minor setback like missing a deadline or forgetting a call suddenly feel like the universe is conspiring against you? That's catastrophizing in action. Stress primes your brain to expect the worst, ramping up anxiety until small problems balloon into imagined disasters. The evolutionary logic? Better to overreact to a threat that isn't there than underreact to one that is? Catastrophizing messes with your thinking by making you replay worst-case scenarios. Suddenly, a simple mistake turns into, I'll lose my job, end up homeless, and everyone will hate me. It happens fast. Your brain loves a dramatic storyline. Social media, news alerts, and overthinking all feed the fire. In relationships, it can mean assuming the worst about a friend's silence or a partner's offhand comment, spinning harmless moments into emotional crises. The more stressed you are, the more your brain fills in the blanks with disaster. And when you're trapped in that loop, you react as if the worst is already happening, snapping at people, freezing up, or running away from problems. But here's the good news. Noticing when you're catastrophizing is the first step to getting unstuck. A reality check, some deep breaths, or a second opinion from a friend can help your brain step back from the ledge. So, the next time your brain is writing a disaster movie, see if you can swap it for a comedy or at least a documentary. Number 4. Emotional numbness, the short circuit. Strangely, stress doesn't always make you feel more, it can make you feel less. When your brain is overloaded, sometimes it just flips a switch and dials emotions down to 0. You might feel disconnected from your own feelings, unable to cry at a sad movie or get excited about good news. This numbness is your brain's odd way of protecting you from overload. If you can't process one more thing, it's easier to feel nothing at all. Of course, that doesn't make life any easier, just a little grayer and more confusing. Emotional numbness isn't weakness or failure. It's a sign your system needs a break and some kindness. If you find yourself feeling flat, don't force yourself to cheer up. Give yourself permission to recharge and reset. Number 3. Memory distortion, stress, and the edit button. Stress doesn't just mess with your ability to remember things in the moment, it can change your memories after the fact. High-stress events, like accidents, fights, or breakups, are encoded differently. Your brain, flooded with stress hormones, sometimes stores these memories as jagged, out-of-order snapshots. Other times, it fills in gaps with made-up details or merges two events together. You could swear you said something, or remember someone else being there, but it's just your brain improvising. This is especially common in trauma, which is why two people can experience the same stressful moment and later recall it completely differently. Add time, storytelling, and social pressure, and your brain can keep editing and distorting. This can be disorienting and even scary, but it's totally normal, your mind's way of trying to make sense of chaos. It also means you should go easy on yourself. and others when memories don't line up after stress. We're all working with imperfect footage, so a little forgiveness goes a long way. The next time you doubt your own memory under stress, remember that your brain is just doing its best to stitch together a story. Number 2. Procrastination, the freeze response. Why does stress make it harder to start things, even though you know that putting it off just makes things worse? It's the classic freeze part of the fight-flight-freeze response. Your brain perceives a threat, and instead of running or fighting, it goes into hibernation mode. You scroll, snack, or reorganize your desk, anything but the task that's stressing you out. It's not laziness, it's avoidance. Stress chemicals make it feel unsafe to begin, so your brain hits pause. Ironically, small actions like starting with one sentence or one phone call can trick your mind into getting unstuck. Next time you catch yourself frozen by stress, see what happens if you just do one tiny part of what you're avoiding. Number 1. The fight, flight, or fawn. Hijack when instincts take over. Under enough stress, your brain doesn't want a nuanced response, it wants survival. Fast. That's where fight, flight, and fawn come in. You might snap at a coworker, fight, run away from the problem, flight, or bend over backwards to please someone just to keep the peace. These responses are ancient. They helped our ancestors handle predators, but now they hijack everything from meetings to arguments with loved ones. Here's how it works. The amygdala, your fear center, takes over, shutting down higher reasoning. You stop thinking creatively and start acting out of instinct. This is why people say things they don't mean, ghost difficult conversations, or suddenly become ultra-agreeable under pressure. In the moment, these moves feel like the safest path even when they sabotage relationships, projects, or your own happiness. Learning to recognize when you're in fight, flight, or fawn mode is game-changing. Instead of getting swept away, you can pause, breathe, and choose a different reaction even if it's just saying, "Hey, I need a minute." Your instincts mean well, but they don't always know what's best in the 21st century. So, next time you notice yourself reacting in a way that feels automatic, give yourself space to hit the brakes and choose your next move with a little more intention. Stress is universal, but how we handle it is something we can learn and shape. If you're interested in hacking your brain's weirdest stress responses, hit that subscribe button and keep exploring with us. Stay curious, stay kind to yourself, and remember, even when your brain is breaking, you're learning how to build it back stronger.